everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Renata and this is Running in Style. In today's video, I will be answering the 5 questions one take tag, which was started by Lisa of SewOn. Last week she reached out to me and she asked if I would like to celebrate her month anniversary by answering these 5 questions. So they are a more or less a get to know you sort of questions, and there will probably be one certain related questions in the end. So I'm going to start right now. The first question is, if you were given a paid sabbatical to spend a year living anywhere in the world, where would it be and why? Honestly, I would have to say I would stay right here. I live in the US, I live in Wisconsin. It's pretty cold, but the catch is I'm not a natural born American citizen. So I came here as an adult, and I think it would be really educational, adventurous and fun to visit various states, learn about their culture, learn about their history, and have a true understanding about the country that I live in. I feel that is important, and I think it will be fun. There are wonderful destinations throughout the US to visit, and you can actually get a feel of various countries just by visiting these states. And I think that would be a really wonderful thing to do in a year. And probably after visiting and learning more about various states and what started them, their history and their culture, where it came from, it would be really nice after that to travel outside of the US and do a comparison and really say, oh, I went to New England, and hey, I visited the United Kingdom this year. I wonder what the similarities are. I wonder what's different. I think that would be really fun. So that's why I would go visiting various states in the US. The next question is, who was your favorite teacher growing up and how they influenced you? I would have to say, well, I have 2 teachers in mind. I really enjoyed going to Mrs. Dukey's class. I think I was in 2nd grade. She was just such a fun teacher, and she had such a kind heart, and she was really pretty, and she was just really helpful, and I just liked how she cared about herself. She really inspired me to want to move forward, do great things. It's just a sort of aura or feeling that she cast upon me, and I really like that. And as I grew and I moved to like 5th grade, I think I had Mrs. Perez, and she was the teacher that everyone wanted to be in her class because she was fun, she was energetic, she was exciting, she was kind, she was helpful. I felt like some of the teachers around the 5th grade were really mean, and they were just like teacher bullies, if that's something. But they just didn't have that the quality that made you want to reach out to them and ask them questions. They were very standoffish, and at that time she was just a teacher that you can feel comfortable talking to about schooling and personal stuff and just having fun. And I think she brought that into her class, and she made learning really exciting, and she just enveloped the entire classroom and showed them that, you know, all things are possible, some things are difficult, and they're going to be rough, but let's just have fun doing it. And that's how I enjoyed the 5th grade. So that was Mrs. Perez. So Mrs. Perez and Mrs. Dukey, you did an awesome job. You just helped create me the way I am, and I like that. The third question is, name 3 things besides sewing that you're good at. If you see my Insta feed before the cold hit, you know I like to run. And if you've been following me for a while, you know that I run a lot and I bike a lot. I think, and I don't know if this is a category of its own, but Yeah, I'm pretty good at running. It sounds kind of lame. It sounds pretty lame. Oh, I'm good at running. But I think it takes a lot to motivate yourself to get out there, because I struggle a lot trying to run every day. You know, in the summertime, I get out there and I do it 5 days a week. I run, and I love getting out early in the morning and having that be my kickstarter before my coffee. And it's difficult. It's not easy to roll out of bed in the summertime, much less in the winter when it's cold. I think the coldest I run in is 11 degrees. So I think anything below that is just ridiculous and you can't breathe. I mean, 11 degrees is really tough, you know? So I don't go longer than 2 miles, but I think it's a little addictive when you start running. You just never want to go below a certain mileage. Like when I run 3 miles, I feel like, oh, can't I do more? But when it's cold out, I think you should set your mind to think about 30 minutes. If you can run for 30 minutes, that's good. It doesn't matter how far, it doesn't matter how fast you go, just do that and it'll keep you healthy, right? I think so. I don't know. But yeah, I'm pretty good at running. The second thing I think I'm really good at is decorating. I think it has a lot to do with my sewing, and I think that helps me see pieces go together. So I enjoy watching Joanna Gaines a lot, and I watch her often, and it inspires you. It helps you to see how to lay things out. So I'm very excited when the time comes for me to decorate my sewing room, because I've been kicked out of it over the last 6 months. My sewing room is not a sewing room. It's partially a sewing room because my cutting table is there, and I'm in the dining area is my sewing room for now. So decorating is something that I'm pretty good at. Just give me the money and send me shopping and I will make your place look great. The third thing that I would say I'm good at is, I think, what am I good at? I don't know. Isn't that sad? I can't think of other things than sewing that I'm good at. Having fun. I don't know. I know. I'm good at watching TV. Binge watching on Netflix. I love it. If I have time to just chill and just watch movies, I like to watch movies. I like miniseries, and I can just sit there and enjoy it. I'm pretty good at staying still and not moving when I don't want to. That's it. And I'm taking that, okay? That answers the question. Question number 4. Do you cook? What meal, recipe are you most known for? If you don't cook, what meals, recipes do you most like to have made for you? Okay, I do cook, but I can't say I cook often. I think if you asked my kids what I'm really known for, they would most likely say macaroni pie, because it's a dish from Trinidad and I'm really good at baking that. The first time I tried to do it when I came here, it was just horrible. Like, I was just going on memory from what I saw my mom and my sister did back then, and that's how I made it the first few times, and it was just like, ugh, not good at all. But now that they've had the bad ones, and now that it has reached the peak of A+, yes, they can say that I'm really good at making that. Now I have totally surpassed their expectations because it's so good now. I'm pretty good at that. And another thing was so funny when I asked my kids, my son said, "Oh, you're good at making hot dogs." And I thought that was really sad because we're so busy sometimes we don't get to cook meals and sit down at a table, which is really sad, but we're doing better now. We're trying harder to do that more often, so I'm taking the time, and my husband is taking the time to sit and cook for them. But my last daughter was like, oh, you're good at making shepherd's pie, Mom. Shepherd pie is awesome. And I feel like because of the layering from making the macaroni pie, that shepherd's pie is just its cousin. So that's why I'm good at that. I'm gonna just answer the second part of this question. If you don't cook, because I don't cook often, I love having spaghetti pizza made for me. And my husband is of German heritage, so we do have the sauerkraut and the dumplings and the roast. And when I first had that meal cooked for me by him, I've never had sauerkraut before, and it was just like, it's just such an acquired taste, the sauerkraut. Yeah, it took a while to get used to it, but now that I've been eating it often, I enjoy sauerkraut. I love sauerkraut on my bratwurst. They're really good on that, and I just have to put pepper sauce on that because I'm from Trinidad, and we always have to add pepper sauce with everything that's savory. So that was question 4. Now question 5 is, what is your favorite pattern ever and why? For me, I try not to sew the same patterns often because, I don't know, I think I used to watch a lot of cartoons growing up, and the cartoons, they all wore the same thing every single episode, and I was like, I don't ever want to be like that. So I think when sewing patterns, I prefer to move ahead to different patterns because it allows you to learn new skills. But the one pattern that I would go back over and over again, and I think it's more of a block pattern, but it's very good, is the Tilly and the Buttons Agnes. I've made about, I think I have like 8 or 10 Agnes, and I've used it and I've made various necklines with it. And a plus is that this is a knit pattern. You can use it for knit, and knit to me is really easy to sew and whip up really quick, so it allows you to have that flexibility if you're short on time, that you can just create something really simple but new and fun depending on your fabric choice. I love the Tilly's Agnes. I think it's such a versatile pattern, and if I have to go back to any one pattern, it would be that one. That's the favorite. Yeah, I like that one. That's it. This is the first time that I have ever started a video from top to end with no cutting. I am impressed. I am also very nervous to upload this, but I'm going to just as it is. So thank you so very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. Follow Running and Style on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Have a great day. Bye.